I don't care what stars they give you. You're a 5-star. You've been a 5-star. Much part there. Listen, man, University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Does you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person you played?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this.
Nobody.
He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
So I just got to do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties.
Uh-huh.
And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's
So I
up.
know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety. He was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be closer to the line than the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's
just him helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's him playing chess with the team. I totally
Yeah.
get it. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then that goes to play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. I feel like you beat your man every play,
Right.
you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. And like after that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss for like 6.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't touch you. Like,
Yeah, like they did.
explain to me, though. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds. Is it something? Is it a swim move? Is something you do? Like, they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what this nigga shit.
Big time players step up in big game. All the criticize and all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big game.
What's good, man? What's good, man? I'm D. About to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. Get this thing popping. Got my boy Rich back in there. I might have some pop-up visitors, man. I kind of used my reach tonight and reached out to a few people. Told them, come on, jump on with us. We'll see, man. We'll see if somebody show up. And if they don't, we just gonna ride. First thing first, you see the boy dropping them IOD Squad. Listen, man. IOD Squad, man. We went 160% today on, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna pull it up for you. Got the receipts. 160%. We went today on QQQ. If you in here, if you was in IOD Squad today and you had some of that 160% on QQQ, raise your hand. I know there's a couple of y'all in here. And y'all don't understand what percentages is. Ones with the public school. I got to get my boy Rich in here because I can't even do 160%. Shout out to Rich. Listen, if you had $100 in there, right? Mm-hmm. And you went up 160%, you had $260, right?
Nah, that's 100 and hold on, let me do it right now.
Huh? What was smart people at?
160%.
160%.
Yeah, that should be $260. Yeah, you're right.
So if you had $100 in there, if you brought the contract for $100, you would have walked out with $260 in about an hour. So if you had $1,000, you would have walked out with $2,600, and so forth, so forth, so forth.
Well, so let's put it this way, because that goes back and forth on the math. Yes, you made $160 profit. So yeah, $260.
Right, you made $160 profit. Right. This morning, before 11 o'clock, you walk out of there. I think the play I had made, I don't know. I'm looking at it right now.
I ain't even calculate all mine because I know I put in on some of it. Well, actually, I didn't do QQQ was an option, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't do that option. I did some of the watch list plays.
Got you.
So I don't even know what my profit was because I ain't thinking.
So listen, man, we kill it. There it is. Smooth in here with the math out of Atlanta, Georgia. Smooth in here with the math. Smooth like, man, that's $160, man. I ain't gonna be flipping them bricks back in the day. But you gotta be fast with the math. You gotta be fast with the math, man. $160 get beat out your motherfucking decades. So listen, man, we're gonna get in here, man. We're gonna have some turnover chain talk, dog. Shout out to everybody, Dallas, Texas. That's right, man. Get the likes up. Insane with the IOD Squad. That's what got me thinking about it, man. Insane with the IOD Squad. We're gonna. So listen. First thing first. 786-459-4999. You want to get down with the IOD Squad? The link I'm putting right now in the comment section. I'm gonna pin the link in the comment section if you want to get down. And you don't have to have any money to come learn, dog. You don't have to have any money to come learn. You got to learn first anyway. Or watch or get comfortable or whatever the word is. I'm going to pin that.
So somebody said in the chat that you crazy if you invest your money in stocks. We're about to go through a very bad recession. Better take your money out. What you think about that?
I just said I made 160% on my money today in the stock market. Who said that?
Yeah.
I just said that.
Someone named Rayman.
Rayman, you realize you can make money. This William already schooling him. Rayman, listen, what you're saying is true from a standpoint of, I guess, no. Right at this point, At this point, everything gonna sell. Like Tesla is down 50%. So at this point, though, Ray, man, you can put your money in, and if it goes down more, which it can go down some more, it's not going to the floor. It's just a waiting game. So either way, you're just gonna you'll watch your money go down. But if you in it for long term, 2 years, 3 years, it's just a waiting game anyway. But we're talking about options. We've been on fire all week long, right, Rich?
Oh yeah. Yep.
All week long we've been
Past
on fire.
2 weeks.
So we're talking about options. We're talking about the rich man created something called options and contracts, and it's like they created a fast way to make money in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone we can start getting into Forex. Because remember I used to show you guys Forex all the time with Q Banks, and oh my God, you start talking about Forex, that's just like stealing money or something. I don't even know what you call it.
Yeah.
So listen, bro. So that's true, Rain Man, and it's not true. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to mention something real quick. The one thing to realize is the stock market goes up and down on a daily basis. So if you know how to manipulate the apps that you're using, you know how to make money no matter if it's a red day or a green day. As a matter of fact, you probably make more money on a red day. So
let me give him a short class. Let me give him a short class at the end of this, man. If I can get 5 thumbs up, I'll give him a short class at the end of it and show you, though. It goes up and down, bro. You can make money throughout within. So listen, man. A lot of our boy today. We saw a lot of crystal ball today. ACC Media Day. I asked a question in the member section like, hey, y'all think why should I go to ACC Media Day? And yeah, the people in the member sections and our member group me schooled me. They gave me a ton of reasons on why I should go to ACC Media Day. And next year, I promise y'all, I will go. I talked to Uncle Luke this morning. He broke the game down to me. I felt dumb. Because I always thought that I could see Mario here asking questions. But I never looked at it as branding, meeting people. Anytime I want these away credentials, well, they're all in one place. You can shake hands. Yeah, man. I missed the boat on that one for the last 5 years. I really did. We got somebody in here named Arsenio, man. Shout out to that guy. Context, Smooth. Exactly, bro. Yeah, Smooth.
Yep.
I gotta broaden my horizon. Next year, I promise y'all, I go to the ACC. I promise y'all. Yeah, I promise y'all, I go to the ACC network. But we saw a lot of Mario Cristobal today. A lot of Mario Cristobal. And one thing stuck out. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What's some of the stuff that stuck out to y'all about what Cristobal said? And Van Dyke was talking again, wasn't he, Rich?
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
He's hella confident.
He talking like my homeboy T.
Hey, but that's what get him going. If that's what get him up, I want him to talk every time, every game.
But listen, this is Cristobal, and I think I got the right clip. Let's see. We're gonna listen to Cristobal for a second. Oh yeah, we're listening to nothing.
Retirement of the turnover right at the aisle. Morning, Coach. Jeremiah Quimby, Legacy Maker Sports Network.
See, if Legacy Maker Sports Network is there, I could be there.
Turnover chain. A lot.
Absolutely.
I don't even know what that is. It may be huge. It may be huge. Listen to the way he asked this question.
Stuff on social media. I'm sure he had a reason.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind that question.
Of the turnover chain. A lot of fans are, they're doing their stuff on social media. I'm sure he had a reason.
Mario looking at him like, there's a question in there some goddamn where. Are you asking me? Are you?
I think.
Is that a question? It's a statement? What was that? Legacy? What was that? Listen to it again.
Retirement of the turnover chain. A lot of fans are, they're doing their stuff on social media. I'm sure he had a reason.
The question.
What's wrong with Legacy?
Why we retired the turnover chain?
I think probably the media's put more thought into this than I have. We just really focused on getting better as a program and have focused on technique, fundamentals, regimentation, academics, strength and conditioning, sports science, community service, and that's what the focus has been on. It is not a shot or a form of disrespect to anybody or anyone. Certainly, history is.
Think it's a form of disrespect, Rich?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. All right. Let's finish
Um,
listening. Let's finish listening.
History, and whether it's positive, whether it's inconsequential, whatever it may be, it's still history and part of your program. We're just moving in a direction that right now doesn't involve it. So that's really the best way to address it. But it's, put it this way, it's been we've been working so hard and paying attention to so many other things that are, in my opinion, much more critical to winning football games and having success, that it really hasn't been a subject or a topic. So, but we won't be using it. So, you guys okay with that? Okay, we good now.
The boys said
the chain stuff.
The boys said they good. They good with that. So Mario has retired the turnover chain. We're gonna get into a few things. The people that he took Mallory, Harvey, and Van Dyke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mario says the turnover chain isn't a part of our culture. That's what he said, right?
That's what he said.
Mario said the turnover chain isn't a part of our culture. He retired it. Jermaine was hoping that it'd come out at Texas A&M on the secret, which I don't think is going to happen now.
Ain't gonna happen now.
No. I think that ship has sailed. When we used to get the stat sheets at the games, right? The pregame stat sheet, have everybody's stats, who's starting, the other team's stats, yada, yada, yada. There was a section in there with the turnover chain. I spoke about this before. And it had the stats of the turnover chain. Who had it, how many times they had it. It had all the stats of the turnover chain. Right?
Right.
That turnover chain brought a lot of joy to the media, to the fans. We really enjoyed that turnover chain.
We did.
But
I understand what Mario's saying.
Talk to me.
So what he talked about was, I listened to the whole interview, and the thing that made a lot of sense to me is that he was basically saying it was so many things messed up about the way the team operated as a unit that you shouldn't rely on stealing bases in order to win the baseball game.
Okay.
You feel me? You should know how to line up your roster. You should know how to what pitchers are going to pitch for you. Who's your relief pitcher? You got to know who's going to be your second baseman versus who's your shortstop. He was saying there's so much junk that's wrong with the way we operate as a unit that we need not worry about just turnovers. Hell, we need to worry about the trenches. We need to worry about depth, right? Instead of worrying about a chain, we need to worry about how many O-linemen we have coming into the season. We need to worry about the inability to tackle last year, right? We need to worry about getting kids to believe in the program, especially our top flight kids who want to be a part of Miami.
Right.
It's so many things that needs to be done that will take care of itself. Because I got to tell you, if you go look up stat for stat, look at how many turnovers that 2001 team had. Look at how many interceptions that 2001 team had. They didn't worry about turnovers. They worried about doing everything right. They worried about looking at the man that's across from them and saying, you know what, I'm going to kick your ass, and actually doing it. So I think Mario wanted to get back to that, where you put in so much work during the off season that when you come into the game, you're not looking at a Alex Leatherwood across from you at Alabama or Dallas Turner and like, oh hell, man, we're gonna have a hell of a night tonight. You looking at Dallas Turner and like, bro, you on the wrong team, bro. And I'm gonna show you why. Right? So that's the spirit that he wants, not, let's keep our fingers crossed. I hope they make a mistake so that we can capitalize. That's like stealing a base in baseball. How many times do you steal a base?
How often they steal bases in baseball?
Yeah,
Edgar
how
Knapner.
often do you do it? You know? So it's not a fundamental to win the game. Turnovers will happen if you play big time football. If your DNs can get to the quarterback and knock him off his rhythm, knock him off his cadence, you're going to have turnovers. If your DBs are making sure that they are not being separated from wide receivers, if they actually know the schemes that they're supposed to run, and the game is fun for them and they're physical and they're playing fast, those turnovers are going to happen because now every single time that quarterback throws the ball in the air, it's a 50-50 ball. It's not Jameson Williams running down the sideline and the nearest cane is 40 yards behind him. So that's what he's talking about.
So you're saying, I mean, even if you wanted to keep it, you got to go.
You got to go. Plus, we saw the backlash. Like when the going was good, it was great. And I got to tell you, that's a beautiful chain. I hope they made a lot of money off of it from a marketing perspective, with folks going out and getting the Cuban link. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they had some imitation Cuban links inside the college bookstore that people could buy and all that. You know,
that first NFT, you might think about going to get that first NFT, though.
Exactly, yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think the price might be lower on it too right now.
Look into that.
So yeah, there's a lot going on with it, and it is part of Miami history. No matter what, it's part of Miami history, man. It was a time where we had a turnover chain. When we are all, myself, Street X, all of the Canes fans, all the Footballville fans, the Caneville faithful, when we are at our first playoff game, or we're at our first national championship 3 years from now, we're gonna say, you know what? We used to do this turnover chain thing. You remember that?
3 years.
Yeah, when Danny Miez was here, you remember they tried to do that whole turnover thing? Yeah. So let's go ahead and see if we can win a natty real quick. So that's what it's about. It's about doing everything right. And I like what he said about showing up on time, right? Because showing up on time means you're mentally ready to go to battle. That's what he wants. He wants you mentally prepared, right? I don't want to worry about turnovers if I can't even make a freaking tackle. I'm not gonna worry about turnovers if I'm gonna have my man whoop me the whole night, and then my solace, my my saving grace is the fact that somebody made one mistake, and now you know what I'm saying I got me a turnover chain. Look, man, I get it, and the Cuban link is beautiful. It's beautiful, man.
Right.
I like the Cuban link. I think we all do, man. But it's time to get W's, not turnovers.
Can't do both.
The thing is the blowback, right? What if we have the turnover chain and we go up to A&M and yeah, we got 5 turnovers, so we take it out, but we get blown out by 28 points. What does the optics say? You got people that are losing focus, losing concentration to go show the world that they got the turnover chain when you're down by 28 points.
I think that only happened the one time, right?
It happened during Alabama, and after it happened during Alabama, we saw, I wouldn't say a reluctance, but I will say this because stats do matter. We went from 33 turnovers the first year we had the chain, 20 turnovers the next year, and then 11 turnovers. And I have to say that bringing that chain out during that Alabama game, it's like bad juju, right? So now going into Southern, who do we play next? They were a tough opponent, but we squeezed out a W. UAB, I think, something like that. Or I think it was App State, one of the two. But going into them games, we didn't have the turnovers that we needed to have because we were so busy focused on the other things we didn't do right. And I think it was like, look, man, if the score is 24-21, the vigor to bring that turnover chain out just wasn't there no more. The drive wasn't there. Like I'm only up by 3 points versus App State, right? And I'm gonna sit here and be like, yeah, let me go ahead and show the world that I just got a turnover versus a team that I should be blowing out by 30 points.
Only thing I say to that is that it was, man, I don't like that y'all sit up here and talk about the turnover chain like that. I remember being on the sideline, man. I remember being on that sideline. And them early years with Red Wine and those guys, when that chain used to come out, it was kind of surreal. It was kind of surreal at first. You know what I'm saying?
It was epic, man.
Right. But what was amazing to me is that how long did it take? 4 years?
3 years.
It took 3 years for what to happen at Alabama to happen. Right. And for us to realize, like, hey, wait a minute. We didn't think about putting a roof on the house when it rained. Like, nobody thought about that. Right. Like, nobody actually thought about what would happen if we're down, like really down, and the chain come out. Like, nobody really thought about that. That didn't cross anybody's mind. Cam Kitchens was like, then they took the chain and they were like, it wasn't a fumble. I put the chain. It was almost like that was the exit of it. Right. But bro, I think, is it part of our culture? If you're just getting here, man, hit the like button for us and share for us, man. The question is, man, Mario said the turnover chain isn't part of our culture. And it's basically retired. But my question is to you all, is it a part of our culture? Like I said, in the media, they would give us sheets and they had turnover chain stats on it.
Yeah.
All the stats. Who had it, how many times they had it, all the stats of the turnover chain.
Well, I tell you what trend has Miami not made in the college football world?
Right.
This is not first. So now, see, here's the thing. When you are, let's put it this way. When you are a up and comer or you're a new money person, you do things things that may be risky in order for you to obtain that money. But when you old money, when you got a legacy, you got a reputation, there's certain things you don't even concern yourself with. And we've been making trends. We've been hit makers for so long at Miami that all you got to do is have a camera on the players and let them go play, teach them how to play fast, teach them how to play physical, make sure that you have them focused, and just turn the camera on and watch, because the whole world's going to watch and they're going to pick something up that is just a Miami way, a Miami swag, if you will. Right. And that's going to become the new fad. It is what it is. We've been doing it for 30, 40 years. So you let this fad go, and another one will resurface.
I mean, we definitely started a whole avalanche. So listen, if it was such a bad idea, right? If it was such a bad idea, I mean, we started a whole wave of schools. Just some of the stuff
I
in the
agree.
comment section, some of the stuff that y'all saw these schools come up with, and nobody thought it was a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of emulated it. I think a few schools had their own already.
Mm-hmm. A few did, like, for instance, those Georgia spikes. I know that Georgia had the spikes for a while. They never really promoted it like that until the turnover chain came out. You even saw it in high school football. You saw kids with their little version of the turnover chain, even in youth sports. So, I mean, it had a ripple effect. It really did. It really did. It's just, for instance, you know how some schools don't have a name on the back of the jersey, right? I
Mm-hmm.
remember, I think it was Randy Shannon. He did that one year, if I remember correctly. And he was driving home a point. He was saying, yo, we need to play together as a team. And that point was well received. I think a year later, was his best season where he won 9 or 10 games. So he had a
Mm-hmm.
purpose in doing it. And it worked.
Right. Shout out to Sean Rounds with the $9.99, man. Sean Rounds stay giving up money, man. Sean Rounds get child support from his baby mama or something, man.
Big money baller.
Shout out to Sean Rounds, man. Member groupie, man. But no, bro, that's what we talking about now. Can we look into like Mario took Will Mallory, Jafari Harvey, and he took Tyler Van Dyke. Can we look into that? Like anything tell you about the kids he chose to take?
I would say that you always want to take people that are leaders on your team and that you think is going to play a significant role on the team that upcoming season. So yeah, it did say a lot.
What about y'all in the comment section? Y'all think it meant anything that he took? I know some of y'all ain't really fans of Mr. Mallory. You know what I'm saying? Let us know in the comment section. Don said they older.
True, they are older.
Sean said we're hilarious. Sean said I just think Mario is bringing it all back and making about the work and shifting the mentality. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Kyle say nah, he don't think it mean anything. That's exactly what he's doing. All they talk about is work. Because Alonzo Highsmith, when I sat out with him, that's what he told me. He was like, yeah, listen, bro, it was the hard work created all of it. You know what I'm saying? And it was taught through Snellenberger. Snellenberger set the tone. You know what I'm saying? And through hard work, the swagger and all of that was created. The competition was in practice. It wasn't even on the field. Kind of like what IMG got going on. Right.
And I'm gonna be out of screen for a quick second.
All right, man. Go ahead, man. Wash your hands when you come back.
No. I got.
So
go ahead.
Lemon Gall said, "What's the Mallory slander? Nobody's slandering Mallory. No emotional people on a Thursday night. Nobody's slandering Mallory."
So why would we view that as surprising? It would be my question.
Mallory?
Yeah.
I think Mallory Mallory got hurt in the spring, right? He didn't even play in spring, right?
Nah, he didn't.
So I'm thinking, I'm not sure how he chose them. Are they the oldest guys on the team? Gilbert Firestone been here since 2005.
He been here since
nobody can be older than him. Right. Nobody can be older than him. Gilbert Firestone played with Ray Lewis or somebody.
I know. not only that, but we know that Gilbert Frierson is going to be one of the guys that Miami's going to lean on. We know that for a fact.
Right. So what I'm saying is there were guys that actually played in the spring. You know what I'm saying? That could have stepped up. Tyreek Stevens, all these guys, and he chose to take. He chose to take probably the guys that he depend on or trust the most. Probably, you think?
I think
So.
so.
Whatever Will Mallory showed, you know what I'm saying? I guess Mario respected it.
Well, I would say this though. One thing I heard Will Mallory say is that the tight ends are going to get used a lot. So, I'm just trying to put two and two together, and I really believe that too. Like from the glimpse we saw in spring, and the formations that Gaddis likes to run, I think we might have two tight ends that are over, I'd say 300 to 500 yards receiving. And that's big because I don't think we had that last year, but I think we're gonna have two or three tight ends that really get some work in, and Mallory might be one of those tight ends. That's why I brought him.
You think so? Think that's good enough?
I'm not saying it's good enough. I'm just saying that the offense is going to be a little bit different. We're still going to pass the ball. We're going to have explosive plays. But I think our explosive plays is not just going to be, go routes down the field by a wide receiver. I think we're going to get our tight ends in the game. And that's why he was there.
Cause Kane say, just checking in. We may not be the first, but we are the best in swag. I mean that, yeah. I mean that even goes down. That goes all the way down to youth football. When I created Footballville, the genius in me. I mean the smart, the diabolical, take over the world, Pinky in the brain genius in me. I would attach myself to the Gwen Trade Bulls and Liberty City Warriors because all the other Pop Warner teams across the nation wanted to see them. And that's how I became recognized across the nation. Well, the brand became rare because I wasn't really in front of the camera as much. But also when certain things would happen down here, the nation would catch on. And the first time I saw it, I was like, nah. Kids backflipping. Like when kids started backflipping again, it happened when Naquan Wright. There was 7-on-7 trial, strong arm trial. After the trial, they started backflipping and it went viral. Then backflipping became cool again in youth football. And I was like, did we do that? But then when it really hit me is one time I think Liberty City had a chant they used to say. I don't remember how it went. And they used to say it, and it went viral, and the kids across the nation started saying it. And I was like, oh, we did that. I would have to find it. There were a few things. So when it comes to setting trends, our kids are very colorful, very, I don't know why, you know what I'm saying, but very colorful, very inviting to the camera. And they are trend setting. Like, let me see if I can find it. So yeah, and it goes so it goes all the way up to college. You know what I'm saying?
So Don Snaps made a good point about Mallory. He said, and not to change the subject, but he said it could also be a confidence building thing too for Mallory. What do you think about that?
Oh no, yeah, I get that. Like you got hurt. That's a good one, Don. That's a good one. That's like you got hurt. We're gonna need you this year. They've been doing a lot of that. There's been a lot of that going on the team. 1-on-1 dinners. That, you know what I'm saying, with Mario, When did this guy find time to have one-on-one dinner with a player, bro?
I have no idea.
Who the hell is scheduling his day? Let me see if this the champ. Oh no, this the little boy that went viral. I'm not even sure if he played, but he did this the whole game.
Let's go. 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 Step out with it. Step out with it. Step out with it.
I'm not even sure if he played, but he was dancing the whole game. Okay, let me see if we can find it. He was getting it the whole game, dog. That thing that went viral.
That's crazy.
Let's see. But yeah, bro, I just thought that was interesting. That's also interesting is what Tyler Van Dyke said. You saw what Tyler Van Dyke said?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the loss to Florida State. Man, you talking about Tyler Van Dyke?
The thing about
what to say out his mouth? I didn't say, hey,
that's what I'm saying.
okay.
Like Tyler's just is, and the thing with the way he say it is he's so monotone. So it's like, yo, I mean what I'm saying. Like I mean it. This ain't for the cameras. This is just what I'm thinking. I'm just letting you know.
That boy don't know what to say out of his mouth.
Right. He gonna have a hard time in the NFL, man.
That boy don't know what to say out of his mouth. That boy said, yeah, basically the Florida State loss was a tough loss, man. But we wouldn't have lost that game. We wouldn't have Coach Mario probably.
Mm-hmm. I could see him in the NFL after beating a team by 7 points, and the reporter asking him, you know, hey, why? So what was the key to victory? And Tyler being like, yeah, we was a better team. I mean, I don't even know why we only won by 7 points, man. We should have won by like 28. He just like, okay, tell me how you really feel, right?
We might have Tourette's or something, huh?
Right.
I mean, but what he said is true. I mean, obviously that's something they've been talking about, but I don't think that was supposed to get out get out to the public like that.
Well, I think there was an article though. I remember seeing this article where it talked about how, of course, you know, things were shaky when Mario first came with the players and getting along, but it seems like now everybody is forgotten about Danny Miez. Like, this is really Mario's team now. Right. So it's real interesting that just that vote of confidence that the kids already give him in a short period of time, in 6 months. So they really feel like, you know, we locked and loaded and we got the right guy for the job. So I really like seeing that. That's cool.
Well, yeah, yeah, it doesn't seem like, well, I guess you probably won't know till the season start, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't seem like not a new coach come in and the older kids kind of band together and fucking create a coup and, and things get ugly. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that probably won't start happening till playing time come into play. Right?
I mean, you're going to have folks get mad, but this is where leadership comes in. This is where you got to have grown men who could steer younger men, right? Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, that should never happen on a team. You should never have a corner group of freshmen, you know, all 8 of y'all talking about, man, you know, we gonna come in here and we gonna watch. They don't even know I'm better than XYZ. You should never have that.
Right.
Because if you want to have a conversation about correcting something, you should do it as a team. You should do it as a position group, right? Being led by your coach.
Right.
So yeah, you want. I remember the Jimmy Johnson era, right? Or what they always would say about Jimmy Johnson. They would always say that Jimmy Johnson was totally in control of that team, of his team.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the bravado that you saw out there was throttled or let loose by Jimmy Johnson. So you
Right.
had one voice, one heartbeat. And I think, what we saw last year was a team that did not have one voice and one heartbeat. But I think when you got so many leaders in there, like a Charlie Strong, like of course Mario, right? I don't think you can really get away with that. I don't think you can get away with talking under your breath and then trying to go out there and win a game. It just ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Most championship teams have not only do they work hard together, but they play hard together and they have fun. I remember seeing Miami Heat when LeBron and Wade was in town. The one year that they were having a lot of fun on and off the court, you knew. You're like, yeah, it don't matter what obstacle come their way, they're gonna win. And that's exactly what they did. So when you see the kids out there at water parks, on boats, on go fast boats and all that, I'm telling you, man, that's how you get a guy who's a freshman to relate to a guy who's a junior with two kids.
Right.
You remind all of them that they're all children, that they still kids, they're still young men, they're still growing.
I think I found the chant. I think this is it right here. And if I'm blind, if I'm wrong, I'm just gonna act like it's it, okay? This is Liberty City Warriors. Okay, I ain't gonna say no names. If you see anybody in here you recognize, you know what I'm saying? This is from a while ago. You see anybody in here you recognize, point about. Oh, right there. Anybody you recognize right there?
Number 21.
This is the chant right here.
Oh yeah, who got my back? Who got my back? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Who got my back? Who got my back? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
I remember that chant
too. Went worldwide.
It did. Everybody started doing that.
Number 5, Tutu Atwell.
That's what's up.
This is the same team that used to beat up on Marvin Chapman and Cam Kitchens. With Tutu Atwell, Sam Brooks, number 6.
Damn.
I think DeVar Wilson. I think they had That's a new $9 from Sean Round. Boy, Sean Round, rich boy.
I know, man.
Shout out to Sean Round with a $9. He don't even say nothing, man. He just throw money. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Sean Round, man, with the $9 again, man. He just throw money. So listen, today Mario said it'd be another wave in recruiting. Did you see him say that?
Yeah.
He said it'd be another wave in recruiting. So top 15 ranked 2023 class according to 247 Sports as of July 21st. Who's leading in recruiting, Rich? You know?
Who's leading?
Who's number 1 right now? Take a guess.
That's Notre Dame. That's Notre Dame, right?
Oh, no, you was close. God damn, Rich, you pay attention, don't you? You was close. So listen, we're going to start at number 15. Number 15 is Cincinnati. Number 14, Baylor. Baylor, fuck Baylor. Number 13, USC. Did USC get a bunch of transfers, didn't they?
They did.
Number 12, Arkansas. Number 11, Alabama. And cracking the top 10, Miami. Number 8, LSU. Number 7, Tennessee. What took his Tennessee? What's Tennessee doing?
They dropping bags, which is completely fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Number 6, Georgia.
I was gonna say it's quote unquote leveling the playing field, so ain't nothing wrong with that.
Number 6, Georgia. Number 5, Clemson. Number 4, Danny Miez and the Nittany Lions. Penn State doing a good job over there right now. We're gonna go check out who Penn State got.
You could just look at it from. I was gonna say you could just look at it and just say to yourself, look at how many kids are in there that they already have committed. That tells you everything. And I say that because like Baylor probably has 20 kids committed, right?
Right.
Same thing with a lot of those teams. So Danny Miez has 19 commits. 19. Notre Dame has 20 commits. Yeah.
Number 3, Texas. And the one of one, the what player of the nation? Manny. Number 2, Notre Dame. And number 1, Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Thanks to South Florida Express. No. No, I'm just joking around. Yeah, South Florida Express look like they about to partner with Miami or some shit, man. They had the everybody down there the other day. The founders, they had everybody down there the other day.
Hey, we got to bring it in tight too.
What did Mario mean by a wave of recruit? What did you get out of that?
We're gonna have 3 to 5 more guys commit. I would say before the end of this month. That's what I got out of it.
Another wave. That man talk with the utmost confidence, huh?
Yeah.
Another wave. So Miami's top 10 right now. But you're right. Some of these schools just got a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't remember this intro, huh?
This your boy Brian McKinney, the world champion Baltimore Ravens.
Woo!
And I want to give a shout out to you, Footballville.
Damn. That's what's up.
Y'all remember that. If you was here for this, if you remember this, give me a thumbs up. Y'all don't remember this.
I remember that.
This your boy Brian McKinney, the world champion Baltimore Ravens. And I'm going to give a shout out to you, Footballville.
What them editing skills were.
Humble beginnings.
Ooh, look at that. I had a watermark on the damn logo.
Uh-huh.
Why I always wanted it to sound like it was a haunted house. It was never like a happy time. It was always like Jason was coming.
All good. It worked. Persistence paid off.
It's your boy Big Brian McKinney. I want to give a shout out to you, Footballville. Brandon Took said we got silent commits. Yeah, I think to say the least.
I believe that.
Heck of a space last night, man. Did you get on last night or no?
I didn't have an opportunity to get on, but I saw that it was a lot of back and forth.
I'm gonna put it in the podcast, and if y'all don't know the podcast, y'all go follow the Footballville podcast on Anchor. I'm gonna put it up in the podcast. Cedric Baxter came in there real late and answered a couple of interesting questions on the space last night. Cedric Baxter.
Okay.
He came in there really, really late last night, and he was in there with X and the Kings County guys. And it was asking all their questions. All the roundabout questions. So listen, man, what's your favorite color if you can't pick blue, red, brown, silver? What's your
brown?
You got a favorite city? Favorite city beginning with M. What's your favorite? Like, oh man, get off the bed, man. Jesus Christ. DJ Panama said put it up. Part of it already up. I think the member is in the member section. Panama, you gotta get a badge, dog. The first half already up. We'll put up the second half. But on the podcast is just audio. You know what I'm saying? You can go listen to it on the podcast. Let me see. Let me see. For y'all didn't know that we got an audio portion of it, because the audio portion of this stuff, man, is it's like a world of its own, bro. Like some people don't watch video.
I want to say real quick, get the likes up. We got 67 likes and 173 people watching. So let's get the likes up.
Appreciate that, dog. Me JR, dog, I hate when people pressure kids like that too. That's why we never ask them. I know it probably frustrates y'all sometimes. That's why we never really ask, because it's like that day will come when it comes. It's not that big of a deal. I just want to see kids. I just want to see kids get out of their situation. The ones that are in situations, right? And go to college. Do broad horizon. That's it. So that's why I don't really get into. X does, you know what I'm saying? X is the one that does that. So he's the part of the show that does that. So the fans want to know, and then he gets into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's his thing. But that's the first part. I'll put up the second part in the podcast. That's the podcast, man. Y'all go follow the podcast. I'll put up the second part of the podcast. And he's on the second half. He came in real late. Luke came in late, talked about some things. Man, Luke just keeps showing y'all who he is, dog. Luke talked about how Miami Central, Miami Edison, Northwestern, Killian, and a couple other schools created a coup. And they would kind of use their leverage against schools. So if a school do something stupid, like drop a kid, right at the end, he ain't got a chance to go to another school, those schools will come together and be like, hey, listen, man, y'all sure y'all want to do that?
Right.
But Luke said they couldn't get everybody on board. You know what I'm saying? Luke said they couldn't get you're right, Mijia. We do actually care. Sometimes I don't know if it's good or bad. Because but Luke said he couldn't get everybody on board, but the ones that were on board, and then he said a school outside of that, you go listen to it. A school outside of that tried to use their power, because realize that, holy crap, you know what I'm saying? Like we need some help. Nebraska tripping on our kid. And Luke was like, nah, man, you ain't part of the scout. But when he explains it, it sounds like, oh, they created a gang. No, man, that goes on in Louisiana. That goes on in Texas.
For sure.
Yeah, sometimes you have to use your leverage. You know, everything in life is about leverage.
Right.
Yeah, and that's how they get people hired, using your leverage. The schools use their leverage all the time. All the time. Somebody laying their helicopter on your PE field, they're using their leverage.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so that I just put the link in there. That's the link to go follow the podcast, follow it, whatever you got to do. And I'll put up the second half sometime tonight. But Cedric Baxter was in there, X, Kings County, Rivals.com, and a lot of X, Cal, Medi, those guys were in there. And I just think it's a good time. 4 hours is way too long. I be trying to get extra. Dog, get out of there, dog. We don't got to give them 4 hours of the freebie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 4 hours is like a second job.
Can't
But I mean, I think
unfilter time.
No, that's 24 hours. Them boys, them boys done created a whole Circle K. In 24 hours, them boys all day long. But I was explaining to somebody, listen, they was like, man, I was surprised that those guys started that like that as fans, coaches and stuff, and people actually get people to come in there. Because I'm gonna give y'all a secret. You know what the secret is? You know how they're able to get the secret is consistency. Now, if you're consistent at anything, if you're consistent and persistent at anything, you'll have a breakthrough.
You will.
Yeah, most of the time people just quit. Most of the things that you're successful at, getting a degree, graduating high school, is because somebody made your ass stay consistent and persistent. If it was up to you, you would probably been quit school, sixth grade. Went to the candy lady house. If you stay consistent and persistent at anything in life, you'll have a breakthrough. You believe that, Rich?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Well, I can go into. I had one today. I had a customer from a big company call me back. That it was kind of like we wasting a lot of energy on these people, and she called me back. But I called her on her cell phone and left a message, and she thought I was somebody else. And but I'll take it because I got out of that what I needed. So I'll take it. Say it.
So you'll take it?
Yeah.
MJR says success is about persistence and consistency. Dog, MJR, listen, bro. I got to a point where I started believing that, knowing how I started, knowing where I'm at, you know what I'm saying, that all it was being consistent. Being consistent in learning. You learn, you pick up an app, you start to use it, and in 2 years, you're expert at it. It just was being consistent and learning, being consistent, putting the hours and learning, being consistent. And I guess you got to have faith in something other than Jesus. I guess you got to have faith. And same way you got faith in the church, you got to have faith in yourself.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
3 weeks from now, I'm gonna be getting my master's, right? And that's, I mean, if you go straight through, you're looking at 6 to 7 years to do that. I didn't necessarily have because at one point in my life, I did 2 years of college and was like, I'm done. I ain't going back to college. Ain't happening. And you just show up every single day. You get your assignments done. And next thing you know, you're like, dang, it's about time to graduate now. And it's just putting one foot in front of the other. And then there you go.
Right.
Same thing with investing. It's the same principle. Same thing with playing football. If you take your kid out to the field every day, eventually they're going to become decent.
Yeah. So or if you're Steph Curry and your kid just was born under the bleachers and just lived there for the rest of his life, him too could make 3-pointers anytime he wants to.
Right.
Somebody says, Street, is anyone noticing how hard Mario grinding? If your leader works that hard, the players will follow. Mario committed to this more than anyone. Yeah. I know for a fact. Somebody says he wakes up at 4 and goes to sleep at like some crazy hour. And they were like, man, I don't even think he get any, man. I just think it's all football for him. It's a one-way street. People are noticing how hard he works, and you're right. Everything does follow the leader. Hayes talked a lot about working for Mario and being at the facility all day long. To the point where he didn't even know what else. Hayes didn't know what else to do because he's a slacker, because he's a light-skinned slacker. But still, but Hayes was like, he was get to a point where you done called everybody, you know, did everything. It was just too much. I was just watching Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Can you go too hard, Rich?
So I'm gonna say yes, and I say that because we got to realize that we are all. So there's a saying that I heard one time, and that saying is, "The world is won by tired men," right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very true statement. However, the world is not won by dead men, because once you're dead, there ain't no world to win. So you have to remember what puts a smile on your face. And what happens is you kind of sell out to stuff. You kind of sell out to stuff in your life. And shout out to me, JR. I really appreciate the shout out in the comment section. I appreciate it. But you sell out to something in your life. Like Daryl Streeter is sold out to Footballville, to building the community and bringing the relevant content to his community, right? So that's why Street is up at 6 in the morning. Of course, you have other responsibilities as a father, but it's almost 9 o'clock at night. You could be chilling, watching a movie with your kids or with your girl or whatever the case may be. You're not. So you have to sell out to something. I have a brother. He owns a mechanic shop. He's owned it for probably like 11 years now, 11, 12 years. But I saw him in year 5, 6, and 7 turn it up a notch where it's like instead of doing foolish stuff at 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna take my behind the bed because I want to get the things done that I need to get done. So now he wakes up at 4 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to go work out. Why does he do that? Because he has some customers who sees him at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And he wants to be there for those customers.
Right.
So I think every man, at some point, you have to sell out to something, and you have to give that something a lot of your time. You have to pour into it, and that's what Mario's doing. This is the dream job. It's almost surreal to him. So why not go harder than you ever gone, for any program that you've been a part of? Because I that one interview he did, he said that he thought he had a good thing going on the West Coast. And he that whole dream of being the Miami coach was kind of like in the rearview mirror. So,
really? He said that?
He said that. He's like, I had a good thing going at Oregon. I'm pretty sure he did.
It just happened to be in Eugene.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just happened to be in Eugene, Oregon.
Right. So, but the one thing I will say is this though. You can't run at that pace forever.
Mm-hmm.
Your body won't allow you to. Mentally, you're going to get fatigued. So I hope that whoever is Mario's support system, whether it be his wife, you know what I'm saying? If he needs some, go ahead and give him some. You know what I'm saying? He out here doing a damn thing. He's winning the world. You know what I'm saying? If his wife's his family, folks around him that he considers as mentors, pour into him so that way he can pour out into those kids. That's going to be important for his longevity and his health going forward, for real.
Right. Nah, but so the person that was asking, yeah, we recognize it. We definitely realize it. Make sure you hit the like button for me, share for me, man. If y'all want to get down with IOD Squad, 786-405-949, or just click the link at the top of the comment section. Hit subscribe, and when you hit subscribe, you got to hit the alert bell that's next to it. I've right next to subscribe, join, or whatever it said. There's a little alert bell right there, and that's how you get an alert when we go live. Somebody in here said, let's see, I'm gonna find this comment. I think they said question street. Would it really be a list of? I think it miss a miss if we get Kirkland and miss on the Finland kid. I think Kirkland is way more polished than the Finland kid. What you think? Okay, I'm gonna preface this so I won't set you up. Let me say this first. I think Kirkland is out. I don't think that's I don't think that's an option. So go. Answer his question.
If the answer I would say is this really a question at this point? I mean, we need a lot of offensive linemen. We do. We need 6 to 7 of them. So you recruit all of them the same, and you let the chips fall where they may. Because the one thing that is very similar with these two kids is they're both 6'7", both 6'7", both 300 something pounds. One of them is just not used to playing the game at a certain speed, and that is to be expected. Kirkland plays in Orlando. He plays for Dr. Phillips. They're 8A school. They play Apopka every year, so on and so forth. They play Edgewater every now and then. They play Boone every now and then. So it is what it is. So, that stuff could be coached up. We have the coaching staff that make sure he gets right. And at the end of the day, you want somebody who wants to be a Kane.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I just know I don't think Miami is really high on Kirkland. I'm not sure his stance, but I just think they're not high on him anymore. Like I said, these things change. You see these crystal balls flopping back and forth, and y'all spazzing every time it happens.
And check it out. Check it out. I see Kyle Branch. He says the Finnish kid looks like a project. Now,
like poking beans. They look like the poking bean, like the poking beans out there trying to kick punch.
Now check it out. When we say a project, are we talking like Falenta Carswell last year type project? Because that was I don't know what that was. Or are we talking about somebody who just needs to learn a little bit more technique? Because I do think that's here's my question. Did Alabama recruit Carswell? I think Georgia might have looked into him, but I don't think Alabama touched him. So that says a lot. I don't think they touched him. I remember Georgia had some interest, but I don't think Alabama was like, nah, we good. So when we see Alabama trying to recruit a kid, I don't think Alabama's not trying to play games with Miami. So when he commits to us, Saban's gonna be like, see, I got you. I don't think that's the case.
Right.
I don't think that's the case at all. I think they really want him. BJR says Carswell was a Scots project. Yeah, I agree.
Somebody said Oregon fan telling me Mario was not an elite game day coach. He used to override the OC they liked and lost them games. Hopefully he'll learn from his mistakes if it's accurate.
Mario?
Mm-hmm. He's gonna be in Gaddis. He's gonna be in Gaddis Batuki on game day. He's gonna be all in Gaddis' face. Oh, I goddamn say run the goddamn ball. That's what
Maybe.
y'all wanted to see Manny do to Lashley.
Right. Maybe. But I think Gaddis is so you got a couple things going on. I don't think Mario has ever had a high profile offensive coordinator like this. I don't think he's ever had a defensive staff like this. So you either gonna treat people like a man or you ain't gonna win games. So I don't think they're gonna really have that problem. Because I think Gaddis can go to certain schools and command the same money that Mario got.
Uh-huh.
So it is what it is. I think it's all about working together. And I mean, you want intensity and you want passion. You do, and you want folks to have differences because that means they both care. But of course, the fan of me, as well as just being a man, you want them to come together and you know what I'm saying, make sure that they have a great working relationship. Period.
Right. Right. He once said, I don't think people know what's a good game day coach. I think it's a narrative that starts and people run with it. Yeah, I mean, right. Somebody could like mess up the clock at the end of a game, and it's a crucial game, and all of a sudden they got bad game day coaching. For the rest of their life, they can't coach on game days. Yeah, man, a lot of that stuff is things that come out the TV. It is.
Right.
It is. Yeah, I say Mario had Hayes. Yeah, a lot of that stuff. Manny was more confused than Gervin Hall trying to tackle a block. Oh, I hate that for Gervin Hall, man. That was Gervin Hall, right? That video will forever play. Oh.
And you got to remember too. I do. I want to say this though. I've seen some high profile coaches. I think we've seen Dabble yell at Venables before. We've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
They still respect each other. They love each other. Venables' kids go there. Remember that.
Yeah, I mean, on game day, you can't really get in your feelings on game day, right?
Nah.
Unless it's youth football, unless you a Dade County and youth football. But nah, you can't really get in your feelings on game day.
Nah.
So listen, man, we're gonna wrap up, man. But before we wrap up, man, I'm gonna get one in for y'all, man. My ex we still 4 for 4.
So who we got? So we got Bonsu. We got
Joe Nail.
I know you're gonna throw this up real quick. Sean Rounds.
Sean Rounds, shout out to Sean Rounds, man. It's the third time Sean Rounds done donated in one. Shout out to Sean Rounds, man. Sean Rounds feeling good today, man. He must be got a back pay stimulus check or something.
I know, man. He on that hen doggy dog tonight.
He must got back pay stimulus check or something. Shout out to Sean Rounds with the 1999, man.
So, but yeah, so we got Bonsu. We got Malik Bryant.
Olis Alenin. Olis Alenin.
Ulysses Alenin.
Alenin.
And who else?
Peyton Kirkland, Tommy Kinsler.
Kinsler's committing this weekend?
Jaden Bonsu on 7/20. He didn't commit. I think he's going on the 23rd, right? Alenin is tomorrow. Olis Alenin is tomorrow.
Damn.
O'Gara, 23rd. Malik Bryant, the 23rd. Peyton Kirkland, the 23rd. Jaden Bonsu, the 23rd. Tommy Kinsler, the 28th. John Walker, the 28th.
Okay. So Alenin tomorrow, and then Saturday we got possibly 3 other guys we can get. And then we got Kinsler and the other guy you mentioned on the 28th.
Yeah.
for me, Bonsu, Malik Bryant, in a linen will be great gets in my opinion. The other guy you mentioned who's on the 23rd, what was his name again?
Malik Bryant, Jonelle Aguero,
Aguero,
Peyton
yeah.
Kirkland.
We want Aguero as well.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
And
I can't wait for what's his name to commit.
Who?
Okunlola.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okinola.
old lineman. He's committing this
Sampson.
month. Samson.
I don't think he has a date.
Dang.
If he does, it's not this month. No, it's late. If he does, it's not this month.
Yeah, we
So
need
people not
Samson.
feeling. Let me see. Yeah, Dabo told him to stop blitzing and let the front. Oh, there go our Clemson fan. Timothy say Dabo told Venables to stop blitzing and let the front four work.
Right. And he's right. Think about that. That's just like the turnover chain. What Dabo was saying is we got these high profile linemen for a reason. Like they either need to eat or get on the bench.
That boy called Samson the Timmy killer. Yeah, he was like, stop fucking blitzing. We paid for him to come back. Let him play.
Right. Right.
I can hear that conversation with.
Yep. We gave them NIL money under the table. They need to do what they got to do. But
So listen, man.
And
go ahead. You gotta get something because we're gonna get ready to get out.
I was just gonna mention we waiting on Samson, man. That he's a bona fide 5-star, right? Yeah. Bona fide 5-star.
Samson the Timmy assassin. Well, Samson don't got to run play against nobody.
If you see his WRE, you'll be like, man, look, why is he gonna play his senior year? He should just do what the tight ends did, go down to IMG for a year. He don't even have to play, just work out, just go down there and work out and go to practice.
You crazy, man. Dog, before RIP, man, Sam Bruce. Today they came out with a 911 call from Sam Bruce. They're saying it was, I don't know, that was the first time I heard the 911 call. But they're saying that he died of a heart attack, man, at the age of 24, man. Sad.
Yeah, man.
Sad, Sam Bruce. That was the first time I heard the call with the lady calling in and saying that somebody hit a tree.
So he was still alive after hitting the tree?
Not sure if he was still alive. I guess she could see him. I don't know. Somehow, I guess she was able to see him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she stopped, came back around. I don't know. But that came out early this morning. That's way too early to go, dog.
Yeah, man.
If y'all, who's the most important recruit to forget this weekend? If you had to pick one in the comment section, who's the most important one? If you had to pick one
this weekend,
yeah.
For me, I'll say Malik Bryant.
The linebacker?
Yeah. The reason I say it is it's a position of need, and he's in the Central Florida area. We want to build a pipeline there. We want to build a pipeline with Jones because they always have great recruits.
Mm-hmm.
And
this weekend, somebody talking about Kamani. This weekend, out of the players that's competing this weekend.
And I'm not going to talk about his mom being fine or nothing like that. She is fine. I'm simply saying Malik as a player, right? You want to get a guy who's a top guy, who's a dog in your backyard. You have to. And it's a close one for me because it's him, and a close second will be Jaden Bonsu.
Somebody said Wilson. Maybe I didn't explain it correctly. Everybody's saying Malik, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying Malik. Everybody's saying Malik. So listen, bro. Appreciate your time, big homie. I ain't played this in a while, but I'm gonna get out of here with this, man. 786-459-499, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with my homeboy. I ain't played him in a while, but I'm gonna let him ride. They're trying to get down with IOD Squad. Don't put off tomorrow something you can do today. The rest of your life can be seconds away. And just listen to my homeboy for a minute, man. He break it down. All right, Rich, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Bullshit to make you be like, oh, that's what I gotta do. I'm gonna tell you some unrealistic bullshit to make you be like, oh, that's what I gotta do. I'm about to give you the game right now. I met a millionaire. I sat down with him and I just talked to him for like a couple hours. I was in Africa. Changed my mindset. And he was telling me, he said, see, what happens is when you come from poverty, desperation and lack is your mindset. So you want to hold on to something, right? That's the thought process of I'm saving my money, right? I'm going to save my money. No, I'm saving. Saving is a terrible thing to do, people. This is what saving looks like. This is life. This is liabilities. This is, vacations and bills and unexpected bills and a woman and here come a child and just get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's life. Investing looks like this. And investing, it should look like this. While this is on the right side is small, investing is this. Investing is growth. It's growth. Saving is not. That's what I learned. And the man told me, he said, when you take your money and put it in the bank, this fucked me up right here. He said, how do you think the bank makes so much money? Most of us think it's because of the interest rate. Man, the interest rate, man. It can't be for the interest rate because motherfuckers like me, I didn't used to pay my shit. My shit was in collections. I don't know about y'all. I don't know how hood and ratchet y'all was or is, but me, I was one of them. Hey, man, y'all got to get that shit in blood, man. So I know y'all can't get rich off motherfuckers like me because I wasn't paying it. So how the bank so rich? When you take your money and you set the money in the bank account, as soon as you set that money in the bank account and sign that paper, deposit slip, and it goes to the thing, guess what? The bank started trading on your money instantly. Here go my $3,500 paycheck. Yes, sir, rebound. And then you're like, okay, thank you. Have a good day, girl. I'm going to leave it in there. I'm going to just save it. You saving it, it's collecting dust for you. Before you get out the bank, they trading your money. So your $3,500 is $15,000 before the day even ends. Maybe within an hour, they've turned your $3,500 into $15,000. But if you come back into that bank and say, let me see what I got in my bank account, it's going to be the $3,500 you put in there. So they're making a profit off of your money every fucking hour. And you ain't going to get none of that. You just saving, baby. You being pimped. Most of my money don't even see the bank. The bank, y'all ain't finna trade my motherfucking money. I'ma trade my money. What the fuck I look like letting you get all the profit and I come in there and got the same thing sitting there looking at me like the same it was when I put it in there. You got me fucked up. Most of us don't know that. See, back in the day, you had to have $1 million. You had to be in Wall Street to be able to trade. So we didn't have this opportunity back in the day, people. And I ain't just talking about black people. I'm talking about people that don't have shit. I'm talking about people that are not in the 1 percentile. No matter what color you are, that's the real shit. Where do you fit at in this world in the tax bracket? Okay? All the race shit, we think that's what it is about that bag, people. Now, in 2021, I don't have to have $1 million. I don't have to have my daddy who got me and signed me and brought me into Wall Street with my suit on to trade. And I don't have to do that. I can trade with $100. Like, this shit is wide the fuck open. My boy, back to him, who trades for me, said to me the other day, he said, bro, I don't get about you. He said, you're a very smart dude, man. But my question is, why do you allow me to trade for you? You didn't want the bank to do it for you. Because when he trades for me now, he get a cut of my money. Why would you want me to trade for you? Right? Well, you know you my brother. I'm going to give you all the game. Why ain't you saying, Mike, teach me how to trade so I can trade and keep 100% of the profit? Why not, Mike? And I had to be honest with myself. It's the same reason most of us out here know that we can trade now. It ain't like back in the day, but we don't want to do it. It's because I was scared. I was afraid. Because when I see them motherfucking wiggly lines and shit, it look like wiggly lines to me. Wiggly lines and numbers and digits and graphs and shit. I'm like, hold on. Not public school, Mike. That's a little too much for me. I don't know that. It seems, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I can learn that. And guess what came to my mind? This is going to hit you in the heart right here. This is going to fuck you up. When you went to that job that you're doing right now that you don't even like, you didn't know how to do it. All that shit looked foreign to you. But guess what they said to you? Don't worry. We're going to teach you how to do it. Yeah, we got a whole program for your ass that ain't never seen this before. Don't you worry about it, Michael. Yeah, we have orientation. Oh, we got this shit broken down. See, it's foreign right now, but in 90 days, oh, nigga, you going to be cold at this shit. We're going to teach you something you don't know how to do that's foreign to you to come in here and make this other motherfucker rich. Yeah, that's what we going to do. That's the game. So why am I not afraid to come learn that shit to make this big sloppy sandwich eating motherfucker that's on a yacht somewhere with beautiful women that would never give him no ass if he wasn't that rich? Because of me and because of your ass. So we in here making his dreams come true. I'm going to tell you some unrealistic bullshit to make you like, oh, that's what I got to do. I'm about to give you the game right now. I met a millionaire. I sat down with him and I just talked to him for like a couple hours. I was in Africa. Changed my mindset. And he was telling me, he said, see, what happens is when you come from poverty, desperation and lack is your mindset. So you want to hold on to something, right? That's the thought process of I'm saving my money, right? I'm going to save my money. No, I'm saving. Saving is a terrible thing to do, people. This is what saving looks like. This is life. This is liabilities. This is, vacations and bills and unexpected bills and a woman and here come a child and this just get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's life. Investing looks like this. And investing, it should look like this. While this is on the right side is small, investing is this. Investing is growth. It's growth. Saving is not. That's what I learned. And the man told me, he said, when you take your money and put it in the bank, this fucked me up right here. He said, how you think the bank makes so much money? Most of us think it's because of the interest rate. Man, the interest rate, man. It can't be for the interest rate because motherfuckers like me, I didn't used to pay my shit. My shit was in collections. I don't know about y'all. I don't know how hood and ratchet y'all was or is, but me, I was one of them. Hey, man, y'all got to get that shit in blood, man. So I know y'all can't get rich off motherfuckers like me because I wasn't paying it. So how the bank so rich? When you take your money and you set the money in the bank account, as soon as you set that money in the bank account and sign that paper, deposit slip, and it goes to the thing, guess what? The bank started trading on your money instantly. Here goes my $3,500 paycheck. Yes, sir, rebound. And then you're like, okay, thank you. Have a good day, girl. I'm going to leave it in there. I'm going to just save it. You saving it, it's collecting dust for you. Before you get out the bank, they trading your money. So your $3,500 is $15,000 before the day even ends. Maybe within an hour, they've turned your $3,500 into $15,000. But if you come back into that bank and say, let me see what I got in my bank account, it's going to be the $3,500 you put in there. So they're making a profit off of your money every fucking hour. And you ain't going to get none of that. You just saving, baby. You being pimped. Most of my money don't even see the bank. The bank, y'all ain't finna trade my motherfucking money. I'ma trade my money. What the fuck I look like letting you get all the profit and I come in there and got the same thing sitting there looking at me like the same thing was when I put it in there. You got me fucked up. Most of us don't know that. See, back in the day, you had to have $1 million. You had to be in Wall Street to be able to trade. So we didn't have this opportunity back in the day, people. And I ain't just talking about black people. I'm talking about people that don't have shit. I'm talking about people that are not in the 1 percentile. No matter what color you are, that's the real shit. Where do you fit at in this world in the tax bracket? Okay? All the race shit, we think that's what it is about that bag, people. Now, in 2021, I don't have to have $1 million. I don't have to have my daddy who got me and signed me and brought me into Wall Street with my suit on to trade. And I don't have to do that. I can trade with $100. Like, this shit is wide the fuck open. My boy, back to him, who trades for me, said to me the other day, said, bro, you know, I don't get about you. He said, you're a very smart dude, man. But my question is, why do you allow me to trade for you? You didn't want the bank to do it for you. Because when he trades for me now, he get a cut of my money. Why would you want me to trade for you, right? Well, you know you my brother. I'm going to give you all the game. Why aren't you saying, Mike, teach me how to trade so I can trade and keep 100% of the profit? Why not, Mike? And I had to be honest with myself. It's the same reason most of us out here know that we can trade now. It ain't like back in the day, but we don't want to do it. It's because I was scared. I was afraid. Because when I see them motherfucking wiggly lines and shit, it look like wiggly lines to me. Wiggly lines and numbers and digits and graphs and shit. I'm like, hold on. Not public school, Mike. That's a little too much for me. I don't know that. It seems, you know, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I can learn that. And guess what came to my mind? This is going to hit you in the heart right here. This is going to fuck you up. When you went to that job that you're doing right now that you don't even like, you didn't know how to do it. All that shit looked foreign to you. But guess what they said to you? Don't worry. We're going to teach you how to do it. Yeah, we got a whole program for your ass that ain't never seen this before. Don't you worry about it, Michael. Yeah, we have orientation. Oh, we got this shit broken down. See, it's foreign right now, but in 90 days, oh, nigga, you going to be cold at this shit. We're going to teach you something you don't know how to do that's foreign to you to come in here and make this other motherfucker rich. Yeah, that's what we going to do. That's the game. So why am I not afraid to come learn that shit to make this big sloppy sandwich eating motherfucker that's on a yacht somewhere with beautiful women that would never give him no ass if he wasn't that rich? Because of me and because of your ass. Because we in here making his dreams come true. I'm going to tell you some unrealistic bullshit to make you be like, oh, that's what I got to do. I'm about to give you the game right now. I met a millionaire. I sat down with him and I just talked to him for like a couple hours. I was in Africa. Changed my mindset. And he was telling me, he said, see, what happens is when you come from poverty, desperation and lack is your mindset. So you want to hold on to something, right? That's the thought process of I'm saving my money, right? I'm going to save my money. No, I'm saving. Saving is a terrible thing to do, people. This is what saving looks like. This is life. This is liabilities. This is, you know, vacations and bills and unexpected bills and a woman and here come a child and this just get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's life. Investing looks like this. And investing, it should look like this. While this is on the right side small, investing is this. Investing is growth. It's growth. Saving is not. That's what I learned. And the man told me, he said, when you take your money and put it in the bank, this fucked me up right here. He said, how you think the bank makes so much money? Most of us think it's because of the interest rate. Man, the interest rate, man. It can't be for the interest rate because motherfuckers like me, I didn't used to pay my shit. My shit was in collections. I don't know about y'all. I don't know how hood and ratchet y'all was or is, but me, I was one of them. Hey, man, y'all got to get that shit in blood, man. So I know y'all can't get rich off motherfuckers like me because I wasn't paying it. So how the bank so rich? When you take your money and you set the money in the bank account, as soon as you set that money in the bank account and sign that paper, deposit slip, and it goes to the thing, guess what? The bank started trading on your money instantly. Here goes my $3,500 paycheck. Yes, sir, rebound. And then you're like, okay, thank you. Have a good day, girl. I'm going to leave it in there. I'm going to just save it. You saving it. It's collecting dust for you. Before you get out the bank, they trading your money. So your $3,500 is $15,000 before the day even ends. Maybe within an hour, they've turned your $3,500 into $15,000. But if you come back into that bank and say, let me see what I got in my bank account, it's going to be the $3,500 you put in there. So they're making a profit off of your money every fucking hour. And you ain't going to get none of that. You just saving, baby. You being pimped. Most of my money don't even see the bank. The bank, y'all ain't finna trade my motherfucking money. I'ma trade my money. What the fuck I look like letting you get all the profit and I come in there and got the same thing sitting there looking at me like the same thing was when I put it in there. You got me fucked up. Most of us don't know that. See, back in the day, you had to have $1 million. You had to be in Wall Street to be able to trade. So we didn't have this opportunity back in the day. People, I'm talking about people that don't have shit. I'm talking about people that are not in the 1 percentile. No matter what color you are, that's the real shit. Where do you fit at in this world, in the tax bracket? Okay? All the race shit, we think that's what it is by that bag, people. Now, in 2021, I don't have to have $1 million. I don't have to have my daddy who got me and signed me and brought me into Wall Street with my suit on to trade. And I don't have to do that. I can trade with $100. Like, this shit is wide the fuck open. My boy, back to him, who trades for me, said to me the other day, he said, bro, you know, I don't get about you. He said, you're a very smart dude, man. But my question is, why do you allow me to trade for you? You didn't want the bank to do it for you. Because when he trades for me now, he get a cut of my money. Why would you want me to trade for you, right? Well, you know you my brother. I'm going to give you all the gain. Why ain't you saying, Mike, teach me how to trade so I can trade and keep 100% of the profit? Why not, Mike? And I had to be honest with myself. It's the same reason most of us out here know that we can trade now. It ain't like back in the day, but we don't want to do it. It's because I was scared. I was afraid. Because when I see them motherfucking wiggly lines and shit, it look like wiggly lines to me. Wiggly lines and numbers and digits and graphs and shit. I'm like, hold on. Not public school, Mike. That's a little too much for me. I don't know that. It seems, you know, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I can learn that. And guess what came to my mind? This is going to hit you in the heart right here. This is going to fuck you up. When you went to that job that you're doing right now that you don't even like, you didn't know how to do it. All that shit looked foreign to you. But guess what they said to you? Don't worry. We're going to teach you how to do it. Yeah, we got a whole program for your ass that ain't never seen this before. Don't you worry about it, Michael. Yeah, we have orientation. Oh, we got this shit broken down. See, it's foreign right now, but in 90 days, oh, nigga, you going to be cold at this shit. We're going to teach you something you don't know how to do that's foreign to you to come in here and make this other motherfucker rich. Yeah, that's what we going to do. That's the game. So why am I not afraid to come learn that shit to make this big sloppy sandwich eating motherfucker that's on a yacht somewhere with beautiful women that would never give him no ass if he wasn't that rich? Because of me and because of your ass. Because we in here making his dreams come true. I'm going to tell you some unrealistic bullshit to make you be like, oh, that's what